Thank you very much, Erica. Your Excellencies, Your Majesties, honored delegates, it is really an honor for me to be able to speak with you virtually today on this very important topic. As Erica mentioned, I spent the past summer working with the Digital Transformation for Health Lab, conducting a scoping review, looking at longitudinal studies of digital media and their impacts on young people. And it is really an honor to be able to share some of my findings and discuss the implications that AI and the opportunities that AI presents for young people. So, in my research, I was able to identify various themes on how digital media affects youth, and one of them being digital health interventions and their role on cognitive development. Overall, I found roughly 40 studies that looked at longitudinal effects of digital media, and there was a mix of positive and negative impacts. Largely, the studies that focused on positive impacts involve mobile health apps, telemedicine, e learning tools, and their ways to enhance cognitive development through these interactive platforms. The key challenge that emerged is that while digital intervention showed short term benefits, there were concerns about long term effectiveness and the need to balance screen time to avoid impaired cognitive development. While this reflects specifically digital media, these topics become even more important when we talk about AI, which, as many mentioned before, mimics human behaviors and is much more personalized and advanced. The Harvard Graduate School of Education has been doing a lot of interesting research on the impact of AI on children. And they even conducted a recent survey of young individuals aged 14 to 22, trying to understand youth and teen perspectives on, on generative AI. The report examines the differences in experiences and perceptions of generative AI across racial and ethnic groups, between teenagers to young adults, across different gender identities and sexual orientations. What was interesting to find is half of the teenagers surveyed used generative AI, but only a few or 4% used it on a daily basis. And the most common uses for it were getting information and brainstorming. So, not necessarily using AI to answer questions, but to use it to be curious and help them and aid in their thinking. AI can help with homework and creative assignments, and not just in a way that's aligned with cheating, but genuinely in a way that enhances childhood learning. And students can bring their own questions to AI and use it for better or worse with parental supervision. However, several students have cited concerns about AI and its use for bullying or disinformation. In my research, I've been able to identify three key areas where I believe AI has the most opportunity for youth, starting with education and AI's ability to personalize learning. AI has the ability to analyze individual student data, including learning pace preferences and performance, to create personalized learning pathways. These platforms can help students focus on areas where they need improvement while advancing their own pace. AI provides individual guidance through tools offering targeted feedback based on student responses. This makes sure students receive specific instructions that they need to succeed. By tailoring educational experiences to individual needs, AI fosters great student engagement and motivation, leading to improved learning outcomes. For example, platforms like Coursera or Khan Academy use AI to recommend courses based on career goals or interests of students. The integration of AI in education democratizes access to quality learning and enables students from diverse backgrounds to unlock their full potential. The next area I think AI bears potential for young people is healthcare, specifically on mental health interventions. AI can enable early detection of risks. AI models predict adolescent mental health risks before symptoms emerge by analyzing psychosocial factors like their sleep patterns, family conflicts, and behavioral changes. This can enable proactive intervention to improve outcomes. AI-driven apps provide tailored mental support, including mood tracking, coping strategies, and reminders for medication adherence. And chatbots engage with young people in an empathetic manner, allowing them to get tailored mental health support. AI also analyzes digital footprints and social media activity to identify early signs of mental health issues like depression or anxiety, helping healthcare providers potentially intervene before conditions could worsen. By integrating AI into primary care settings, mental health assessments can become more widely available and thereby address the shortage of mental health professionals that we see in today's world. The last area where AI bears potential, in my opinion, is skill building. It allows the opportunity to build personalized career pathways, look at individual skills, interests, and aspirations to recommend tailored career paths. For example, there are platforms like Gloat and Eightfold AI that look at emerging skill gaps and suggest relevant training programs to young people. Platforms like Coursera and Udemy adapt courses to individual needs, helping the youth get in demand skills such as data analytics, coding, and also helps in soft skill development such as communication and leadership. AI also forecasts promotion and readiness and role transition, helping individuals plan for their career growth strategically. It breaks down the barriers by connecting youth with job opportunities beyond geographical or socioeconomics constraints, and virtual interview tools can even help people with networking insights and enhance their professional growth. Overall, I believe, similar to how to many that have spoken before me today, I believe that AI has a lot of opportunities and areas for growth. However, it is important for future research and policy to be very careful, even with the areas I mentioned. Firstly, on democratizing knowledge, it's important to ensure that AI and digital technologies are accessible to all youth and in an equitable manner, regardless of socioeconomic background and in a way that promotes digital literacy and equitable access to digital tools. Second, it is important to build safeguards around their use. Developing and implementing robust safeguards can protect the youth from risk associated with digital technologies such as cyberbullying, misinformation, or cognitive impairment due to excessive screen time. Governance and policy should establish clear policies and governance frameworks to regulate the use of AI and digital technologies among the youth and make sure they are used responsibly and ethically. Lastly, global collaboration is a good way that we can share best practices and develop standardized guidelines for safe and beneficial use of AI in youth development. Thank you so much for your time.